It's the second week of November. Here's the rest of the news. Mount Barujari in Indonesia spews ash 1.5 kilometers into the sky for the second time this week. A magnitude 6.4 quake in Indonesia was the fourth major quake of November and the 120th of this year. You can call it what you want, but it's not a sinkhole, claims the Director of Public Safety, as the ground swallows 12 cars in a Mississippi town last week. The great debate goes on as record snowfall in Siberia, the bringer of the polar vortex and the Siberian Express, a record cold area the size of the US in the North Atlantic, the Gulf Stream, and a super El Nino could bring the Great Arctic Outbreak of February 1899 this year. A magnitude 6.2 in Alaska brings the fifth major quake of November and the 122nd of this year. Disaster in Iraq and Iran, 70 dead from flooding since the beginning of November. The UN have said that the flooding in Iraq has brought on a cholera outbreak also. After a very quiet year for our star, only 2 X-class flares the whole year, she produced one of the biggest CMEs of the last 6 months with an impressive M4 class flare. She must have eaten all her Frosties for breakfast. Here's one to watch. A magnitude 3.1 shakes Nevado de Ruz volcano, which is the most active in Colombia. On the 11th of the 11th, we had 2 identical quakes strike Chile in almost the same location in less than an hour. The photo above shows the tsunami boys in event mode off the coast of Chile as a small tsunami was registered. It's the most talked about moon in our solar system, and now NASA have joined in the debate. They say it's falling apart. The Russians claim it's hollow, therefore artificial. Buzz Aldrin claims there is a huge monolith and asks who put that there. And Richard Hoagland believes it's an old spaceship. Looks like a giant spud to me. It's the first named storm of the winter for Ireland and the UK. Storm Abigail brought winds up to 100 miles an hour earlier this week, causing flooding, wind damage throughout Ireland, Scotland, England and Wales. What a wonderful video this is. Very impressive. An unusual artificial object named WT1190F impacted Earth on Friday the 13th. It was spotted in space a week before by Dutch PhD Marco Longbroek, which, if I translate that into English, is Marco Long Trousers. Excuse me. The object was thought to be space junk. It landed harmlessly, if there was anything left, in the Indian Ocean. In India, floods in Tamil Nadu leave at least 27 dead. Some reports claims the death toll as high as 40 as a tropical depression hit the Bay of Bengal. Red tide is now spreading alarm in the Gulf, from Mexico all the way to South Florida, and it's not just killing marine life, it's also causing breathing problems and streaming eyes to beachgoers. It's a double hit again. A magnitude 7 and a magnitude 6.5 hit Japanese islands in minutes. They are the 9th and 10th major quakes of the month, bringing the year's total to 126. And after the terrible events in Paris this week, let's finish on a lighter note. NASA and photoshopping. Here are a couple of examples. I have no explanation, I just thought they were rather amusing. I wonder what they covered up. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.